Welcome, everyone, to this first installment of the ubiquitous top 10 list. You gotta have one, right?
It's a requirement.
Today we're going to do top 10 video games of all time from our teens. So I guess we'll see how that goes, right, Robert?
Yeah.
All right. This is Robert Boyd of Z Boyd Digital Entertainment.
Hi, everyone.
Makers of This Way Madness Lies, Cosmic Star Heroine. You guys all know that.
And we will see if my teen daughters have good taste in games or terrible taste in games.
Okay, so a little bit of background here. We have 3 teenage daughters at the moment. I asked them to write their favorite video games down. We compiled them into a top 10, and Robert has not seen these. I'm sure, knowing our kids, he can guess, but he has not seen these. So these are straight up teenage choices right now. Good luck to Robert. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So coming in at number 10 on the My Teen Daughter's Favorite Video Games of All Time list, we have number 10, Pokemon Violet. And what they have to say about it: it's the best Pokemon game so far, since there are more ways to interact with your Pokemon and you aren't forced to do gym battles. Basically, one of the reasons why they like it is one of my favorite part about Pokemon is the fighting. And there's less requirements to do fighting, which I understand. But there you have it, Pokemon Violet. Not a bad choice. I've heard it's a good game. Though I have not tried it yet. I used to be a big Pokemon fan back in the day, but nowadays not as much. Okay?
It's good to know that we're training our kids to be, PR agents.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So coming in at number 9 of my daughter's top video games of all time list, we have Sonic Forces. And what they have to say about it is: this game is one of my favorites because its gameplay slays. It has a fun plot and has a bunch of characters I like. Hey, so Sonic Forces. I'm not surprised that Sonic game shows up on the list already. My daughters are big Sonic the Hedgehog fans. They like the movie, they like the video games, they like the comics. So Sonic Forces, one of their favorites because they like it. I don't know what to say. Sonic Forces seemed like a pretty standard Sonic game to me. Lots of characters, running, jumping, going super fast.
My comment on this, can I comment on them as well?
Sure.
My only comment is that it was so fun to hear you awkwardly say slay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I can only imagine.
You are so hip. Hello, fellow children.
Incredibly hip, and it's funny because we included a bunch of Christmas sleigh jokes in Cthulhu Saves Christmas, but I'm not hip at all. Okay, number 8 on my daughter's top 10 best video games of all time list is My Sims Kingdom. And what they have to say about it: I really liked it because you get a magic wand and you get to build houses. That's pretty much all you need to make my children happy. Magic and the ability to build and be creative.
I know that this is one of your favorite games. So I'd like you, what's your, tell us about it, Robert.
Okay, this is absolutely not one of my favorite games. I don't think I've ever played it because it doesn't look like it's for me. But for people who don't know My Sims Kingdom, it was they did a bunch of My Sims games on the Nintendo Wii that were spin-offs from the main Sims series, and they have more of a story and quests and puzzles you can solve, and they are incredibly popular in my house. Pretty much everyone except me loves these games. And My Sims Kingdom is one of the more popular choices because it's got a fantasy theme, and who doesn't like fantasy?
My Sims Kingdom is the game that we measure all other games from.
Yep, they're constantly looking for something as good as My Sims Kingdom. and very upset that it hasn't been ported to any newer system.
Okay, number 7.
Number 7 of my daughter's top 10 video games of all time is Final Fantasy IX. And what they had to say about it is one of my favorites because of the funny dialogue and amazing characters. This is the first game that I can say that is also one of my favorites. You know, I like some of the Final Fantasy games, and Final Fantasy IX is one of them. You know, it has great graphics for the time with a lot of charm. The cast is amusing and interesting. It has great setting, excellent music that's a little different than the rest of the series. It's just all around an excellent game. You know, I'm curious to see if the rumored TV show that they're making is any good.
Who's making it?
I don't remember.
You're supposed to be a bastion of all video game related knowledge in our home. What do you mean you don't remember?
I want to say it's a French company, but I don't know. That could be
oui, oui.
way off.
Well, I look forward to someday playing it after my scarage from Final Fantasy VIII.
Yep. Final Fantasy VIII scarred many a person.
I'm not alone. There should be support groups, right?
There probably are.
And if you out in YouTube land loved Final Fantasy VIII, I am so sorry. I don't mean to insult it. I just didn't love it at all.
So, number 6 is Splatoon 2. And what they have to say about it, this game is super fresh because of the bright colors and the weird songs. They always get me super pumped to play. Very interesting to see. So they liked Splatoon 2 more than Splatoon 3, apparently, because we have had, gone through all of the Splatoon games. So they may like Splatoon 3 more in the end, but as good, video game historians and reviewers, they are gathering more information before they make a final verdict on that game. Since it's a relatively new game, they're still doing updates for Splatoon 3. So the final version may be noticeably different than what we have now. But Splatoon, the whole series, it's amazing. It's one of the only multiplayer games that competitive multiplayer games that I enjoy because there's very low stakes. Each match only lasts a few minutes long, and you don't have to focus on killing the other team to do well. You can focus on controlling the board, adding paint wherever you can, and such. And it's just a super creative, super fun series. If you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend it. Number 5 is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. And what they have to say about it is the plot is so captivating, it makes you want to come back and play more. All 3 plot lines are different and equally fun to play. Okay, so I don't know a whole lot about the Kingdom Hearts series. I played the first one way back when it was new and decided it wasn't really my thing. But we enjoy greatly making fun of how ridiculous the Kingdom Hearts timeline is in this house, as well as their ridiculous naming scheme for the various games. They greatly enjoy it, and they love the over-the-top, complex, ongoing storyline in the Kingdom Hearts series. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, their number 4 pick is Minecraft.
Of course.
Of course. Okay, and what they have to say is, this game is a fun bonding experience with friends. You can all get together and have fun, whether it's everyone getting on the same server or getting together and watching Minecraft YouTubers. Okay, so Minecraft. Minecraft is a game that I have not played very much. My general thing about video games is I don't like the video games that are all about creativity and building things. Because my job is to be creative and build things, and I'd rather just make my own thing rather than work within the confines of an existing game. But I think Minecraft is a very well designed game. I think it's incredibly smart that they let you play it in survival or crafting mode, so you can cater your experience to what you want. And we
Creative.
try to do, what did I say?
You said crafting.
Okay. Okay, so creative or survival mode.
Yep.
Okay. As you can see, I don't play Minecraft.
How much Mumbo Jumbo or Grian have you watched?
Yeah, so you can make the game more of a difficult. You can take out all difficulty. It's just really well designed how it lets you play the game that you want to play and create your own goals. So excellent game. Not for me, but my kids are constantly playing Minecraft or watching Minecraft videos.
Oh, that is the truth. I mean, that is truly what's happening in our house a lot of the time. A lot of the time. I feel like number 3 is going to surprise you and you're going to be shocked it's on the list. You ready?
I'm a little surprised at some of these entries. I thought Minecraft would have been higher up.
Me too.
Yeah, let's see what number 3 is.
Okay. Shocker.
Okay, so
teen girls like that.
For our top 3 games that my teens like is Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Shocker.
Complete shocker of a game. No way I could have possibly guessed that Animal Crossing would be on this list. And what they had to say is, I love it because there are no stakes and it's so relaxing, which is, generally the exact opposite of games I like. I love games that have high stakes. As far as a video game could have high stakes, it's not going to like delete your computer or anything. And I like, games that are challenging and, full of puzzles and problems you have to solve. And Animal Crossing, they love it because it's no stakes, relaxing. You just get to be creative in it and do your own thing.
Yep.
And it should come as no surprise that a bunch of teenagers love Animal Crossing.
Yep. It's one of those games where it doesn't, to me personally, my opinion, doesn't sound good on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to play it. Boy, do I like to escape into that world once in a while.
Yeah, and we've talked many times about how, Nintendo really captured, the zeitgeist perfectly with the whole pandemic starting and a new Animal Crossing game coming out at about the same time. It was just a perfect confluence of events to make them a crazy amount of money.
Legal disclaimer, we are in no way saying that Nintendo started the pandemic to sell Animal Crossing games. That is not what we're implying at all.
We are not implying that at all. Okay. So their number 2 choice is Dragon Quest Builders 2. Okay, and what they want me to say about this game for them is I really stand this game because it's a sandbox game with an RPG plot. Normal RPG gameplay can be rather dry, but the creative building bits really kept me interesting. Okay, there's so much wrong with having me say all that, but that's what this video is about. So, Dragon Quest Builders 2, not too surprising given the other games on this list. Has a lot of similarities to Minecraft, a lot of similarities to My Sims Kingdom. It's all about building and crafting and creating things while also having an RPG elements and plot and such. Now, I am a huge Dragon Quest fan. Ever since I saw the first one in Nintendo Power, I was like, this is great. And Dragon Quest 2 blew me away because, it was an RPG and there was more than one character in your party and you got a boat and all these things that you would not think twice about seeing them in an RPG, today or even in fact a long time ago. But back then there weren't a whole lot of RPGs and, it was a huge improvement in size and scope over the first game that just blew me away as a small child. So Dragon Quest Builders 2, there you go. Say something disembodied, dangerous squid voice.
Yeah, when you say small child, what you talking about there?
Okay, it probably wasn't that small of a child. We did have an Atari 5200 when I was a small child. So probably preteen, but 9, 10, something like that.
Right. Okay. I
Actually,
was like, small child.
Actually, no. Yeah, probably more than 9, 10. I don't think it was out in the United States when I was 9 or 10.
Okay.
But
just for clarification purposes, I wanted to make sure we all know that you weren't like 5 playing Dragon
no,
Quest.
I
Okay?
was not 5 playing Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior as it was known in the United States at that time.
Excellent. All right, number 1, The Last.
Okay, their number 1 choice, their ultimate game of all time is, well, this is a surprise to me. Okay, their number 1 choice is World of Final Fantasy. And what they have to say about it, this is on the list because the art is gorgeous, the dialogue is hilarious, it's all the best parts of Final Fantasy without all the drama of a Final Fantasy game. This is a game that I've meant to play, but, it came, we got it when I was playing something else and then I forgot about it. So I will definitely have to shoot this up my list of games to play. I know it's a bit different than regular Final Fantasy games in that you collect a bunch of monsters and you use them to fight. You can stack them on your head, which tells you the kind of game you're dealing with, and switch between chibi and less chibi mode. And it's full of cameos. Honestly, just looking at it, you would think this would be a perfect game for Zeboyd Games to make if we had the rights to Final Fantasy. So definitely a game that I need to try.
Excellent. So, to conclude our video, what have we learned today?
We've learned that my children really like creative building games. And if they have a plot as well, even better.
You know what I feel like we've learned? I feel like we've learned that our children really, really wanted you to say some Gen Z slang. And this was their opportunity. Awkwardly say it.
I think we learned that as well.
So I hope you had fun with that. I hope any young people that ever watch this throughout time will find the awkwardness charming of the Gen Z slang. Is that fair?
Definitely.